This is Jarrod Horak for the RunawayHorse.com. Welcome to my latest Kentucky Oaks 2022 points race video in my series. And I've covered 14 races in the series so far. My top choices have 4 wins, 3 seconds, and 2/3. I got a top choice winner home last week as the favorite Nest won easily as expected in the Suncoast Stakes. Now, if you're interested in my full card analysis from Santa Anita Park, head on over to the RunawayHorse.com. You will find those full cards on my sales page. And you can check out the description in this video where I will provide links to bonus free selections that I post online, including my Horse Racing Nation daily best bets blog. Let's get into the analysis of this video. And for this Kentucky Oaks points race, I'm going to do the Rachel Alexandra Stakes. And it will be 50 points for the winner, 20 for second, 10 for third, and 5 for fourth. So basically, if the winner of this race, it's kind of like a win and you're in, should have enough points to get into the Kentucky Oaks. And it's going to be the 12th race from Fairgrounds on Saturday, February 19th. $300,000 purse, 3-year-old fillies, scheduled post time 6:27 p.m. Eastern time. They're going to be traveling 1 mile and a 16th in this race. And number 1, Crete, looks like the one to catch from the rail. In her both starts, she went to the front. Her career debut, she won geared down at 1 mile and a 16th at Churchill Downs last fall. Excellent effort there. Second time out, she was the favorite, just like she was in her debut. And second time out, she controlled the pace in the Silver Bullet Day Stakes. Then Fannie and Freddie came after her, actually passed her, and Crete was able to come back and win by a length. Her speed figures aren't particularly strong after 2 starts, but she's got an excellent pedigree with a lot of upside for Steve Asmussen. She's going to be on the lead, but I am concerned that she did defeat Fannie and Freddie last time out, and so did number 2, North County. And North County in the Untappable Stakes beat Fannie and Freddie. And that day, Fannie and Freddie had a clear lead, and North County ran her down. Last time, Crete had the lead, Fannie and Freddie passed her, and she passed that one again. So Fannie and Freddie seems to have seconditis and distance limitations, so I'm not sure how strong that rival was, as the 2 horses from the inside both defeated that rival. North County is actually undefeated. She's 3 for 3. She won her turf debut easily, and then she won a slop at Keeneland second time out. So North County should be coming from a bit off the pace. Crete should be on the lead. Then number 3, Miss Mattie B. Not sure which style she's going to use here. In the Grade 2 Santa Ynez Stakes, a Kentucky Oaks points race at Santa Anita Park, my top choice, Under the Stars, won that one. Awake at Midnyte, who's in this race, was clearly second best. Miss Mattie B dueled on the lead, and she was a clear third, well behind the top 2 finishers in that race. She seems better on turf. You look at her form. At Del Mar, at 1 mile last fall, she won from well off the pace under Mike Smith, who's aboard for this race. And I think maybe that's what she wants to do, rally from off the pace. But I think that she probably wants turf as well. Number 4 in this race is Dream Lith. She won her debut at 36-1 odds at Saratoga in a dirt sprint. Then she was unplaced in the Grade 1 Spinaway and Grade 1 Alcibiades. And then she upset the Grade 2 Goldenrod at Churchill Downs at 9-1 when she was adding blinkers, and she rallied off the pace. She earned a decent late pace rating there, and she's one that I think maybe they found her niche of rallying from off the pace in these dirt routes. The number 3, Divine Huntress, finished third and rallied for third after a bad start in her debut. That was 6 furlongs in the mud at Laurel. Between the start and probably not enough distance, maybe the wet track, she was 57-1. Considering all that, she ran well on the debut. Second time out, 7 furlongs at Parks, she won easily. She stuck the pace after a much better beginning, and she won that one handily by a bit more than 2 lengths. Then she moved to the Graham Motion Barn, again at Parks, 1 mile and 70 yards last time out, and she ran off the screen there. She was sitting back, stalking the pace. She made a quick move. She took an easy lead, and she just opened up and cruised across the line by 12 lengths. That was a visually impressive effort. Jose Ortiz is going to ride. She's probably going to stalk the pace in here. And because she's coming from Park, she'll probably offer some value, and I wouldn't be surprised if she ran well. Number 6 in here is Candy Raid. This one is, she's won twice in her career. She did win in a non-winners 2 lifetime allowance race at Delta Downs a couple starts back. And then she was an even 4th in the Silver Bullet Day. She's going to try to get involved from off the pace in this spot. She could get a minor award for Keith DeSarmo, but if she won, that really would be a surprise. Turnerloose is next for Brad Cox. She won her first 2 career starts in turf routes, and then in the Jessamine Stakes, she was the favorite, Grade 2 at Keeneland on turf, and she set a fast pace, and she couldn't quite hold on. She was third, beating the net. Good effort there. Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies turf, she chased from second. She weakened to finish 14th and last. Now they're going to try her on the main track. She's bred to handle the main track. Nyquist, a Kentucky Derby winner, is her sire. AP Indy, a Belmont Stakes winner, and Breeders' Cup Classic winner is the dam sire. So I'm not really concerned about the surface too much, but we're just going to find out how good she is in here. And she could end up being part of the pace with Crete. The next one in line is Goddess of Fire for Todd Pletcher, and she won her career debut at 2-1 at Saratoga last summer, and then she was no threat of finishing a well-beaten third in the Pocahontas Stakes, more than 9 lengths behind the winner, and in her next start in the Tempted Stakes, she was 5th, beaten 13 lengths. The Gasparilla Stakes last time out, 7 furlongs at Tampa Bay, she got involved late, and she finished second, beaten 3/4 of a length. She had Lasix on last time, but in these Kentucky Oaks points races, Lasix is not allowed if you want to earn points, and she doesn't have Lasix in here. And now, second after a layoff, she's going to try to rally from off the pace. Awake at Midnyte, I mentioned that one from the Santa Ynez Stakes, and she was second, beaten just 3/4 of a length. Her speed figures are pretty solid, especially that last race. In her career debut, she won that one by a neck at 6 furlongs in a dirt sprint, battling on the pace there. Second time out, the Grade 3 Jimmy Durante Stakes on turf at 1 mile at Del Mar, and she stalked from second, and she missed by a nose. And then last time she stalked the pace and missed by less than a length. She's been right there in all 3 starts. Good tactical speed, good speed figure last time out, and she's a contender for Doug O'Neill. California Angel looks like she's best as a late-running turf runner. She won her debut Kentucky Downs in a 1 mile turf race, and then she was third in a dirt sprint at Churchill Downs in her second start. She won the Jessamine Stakes. I mentioned that one. Turnerloose was the favorite there, and she set the pace. This one rallied from 12th to win by a head there. And then in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies turf, she finished 11th, no threat. Last time out, the Untappable Stakes, she stalked. The pace wasn't quick, and she needs a quick pace, and she ended up running last. So she's going to sit back, try to get involved late. I'm going to like her better down the road when she returns to turf routes. And then finally, number 11, Hidden Connection for Brett Calhoun. This one ran off the screen in her first 2 starts. Colonial Downs debut, 5.5 furlongs, first by 7.5. And she stalked from third that day. The Grade 3 Pocahontas Stakes, a Kentucky Oaks points race. That was the first Oaks points race, and she stalked from second. She took over. She won by more than 9 lengths that day. Her third career start, Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. In that race, Echo Zulu was able to dominate. Juju's Map was second. Tarabi was a clear third. And then Hidden Connection was a well-beaten 4th in a disappointing effort that day. So now she's got to overcome the far outside post in her first start after a layoff. And she's probably going to be stalking wide in this race. So there's different directions you could go. I could see Crete being some people's top choice with the nice pedigree and the inside speed. North County undefeated, obviously. Awake at Midnyte. There's many different ways you can go in this race. But I'll give out my top my top players in here. Dream Lith will be my third choice. I think this one, she's going to be rallying from off the pace, and I think that she can get a piece of this. My solid second choice in here is going to be Awake at Midnyte. I really think that she is one that is going to work out a good trip, stalking the pace and possibly getting the first run in this spot, and I would not be surprised at all if she won it for Doug O'Neill. But I'm going to go with my top choice, number 5, Divine Huntress. I really like those last 2 efforts, and even the career debut. She's done nothing wrong. Excellent debut after a bad start. She had some traffic, and she was a clear third. She just missed second. That was 6 furlongs in the mud, and an extra furlong to play with. She loved that. And then in her third career start, she stretched out the 2 turns, and she loved that even more. So it's just a question of class. Coming in from Parks, don't know where she fits here from a class standpoint, but if she can offer some value, I think she will, and I'm going to make Divine Huntress my top choice over Awake at Midnyte and a late-running Dream Lith. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this content. And that will wrap up this video for the Kentucky Oaks. I'll be back and I'll look at the Risen Star Stakes, a Kentucky Derby points race. Until then, good luck at the races.